The Young and the Restless revealed that the tension between Diane and Kyle is escalating, bringing more drama and surprises to the audience. Diane, the mother who has forgiven her son many times, is now starting to feel frustrated and angry. However, this conflict is not only limited to personal conflicts, but also involves conspiracy and secret actions behind the scenes, promising to push the story to the climax of explosion. Diane has endured too much from her son Kyle. For a long time, she has tried to maintain a good mother-son relationship, despite past conflicts. However, Diane's patience gradually runs out when Kyle continuously takes actions that go against her trust. This time, Kyle has made Diane more frustrated than ever when he decided to move out of the Abbott mansion, taking Harrison Abbott, her beloved nephew, with him. Diane, as a grandmother, begged Kyle to stay, not only for the sake of her grandson, but also to maintain the family relationship she had always wanted to build. Living under the same roof with Diane was clearly not easy for Kyle. He felt restricted and felt that he could not freely develop his career or personal life with his mother always around. This led to Kyle's decision to leave, and perhaps this was the last straw for the already fragile mother-son relationship. The tension between Diane and Kyle went beyond the usual family arguments. Kyle, with his ambitious nature and desire for career success, made a bold move that he did not expect would have serious consequences. On one occasion, Kyle happened to pass by Diane's room and saw that her laptop was still logged in. Instead of ignoring it, Kyle decided to check and spy on his mother's information. This shows that Kyle no longer has any trust in Diane and is willing to destroy everything to achieve his personal goals. While secretly accessing Diane's computer, Kyle discovered important information related to a new moisturizer product project that Jabot was developing. Notably, this was a special moisturizer with great potential in the beauty market. Instead of keeping this information secret, Kyle decided to pass it on to Victor Newman, Jabot's direct competitor through the company Glissade. With the information from Kyle, Glissade had the opportunity to continue developing their own project, causing great danger to Jabot. When Diane discovered that Kyle had betrayed her and stolen important information from Jabot, she could not hide her anger. Diane, who had forgiven Kyle many times, now realized that her son had not only deceived her but also damaged her career and reputation. This was not the first time Kyle had done such things behind his back, but this time, his actions had crossed the line. Diane felt deeply betrayed and began to think about how to get revenge on Kyle, not only for what he had done to her, but also for the damage he had caused to Jabot. Kyle's betrayal became even worse when Diane realized that he had not only hurt her, but also the company she had worked so hard to protect and develop. By revealing Jabot's business secrets, Kyle had proven that he was willing to risk everything just to achieve success at Glissade. This not only shattered their mother-son relationship, but also completely destroyed the trust Diane had placed in Kyle. Diane, with her self-esteem damaged and her disappointment mounting, could not let Kyle continue to behave like this without consequences. Despite her attempts to mend their relationship, Diane now realized that she could no longer save it. Kyle has betrayed her too many times and ruined every chance she gave him. The only thing left for Diane to do is get revenge. Diane may not simply retaliate against Kyle by confronting him directly. She may secretly devise an elaborate plan for revenge, using her resources and connections to make sure Kyle pays for his actions. Diane knows Kyle well enough to know that he will not give up on his ambitions at Glissade. This could lead to a battle of wits between mother and son, with Diane secretly arranging everything so that Kyle has to face the consequences of his own mistakes. What is interesting about this story is how Kyle always plays the victim in every situation. Whenever he is criticized, he always blames Diane, citing his mother's past mistakes to justify his actions. However, the truth is that Kyle is the one who ruined everything. From losing his job at Jabot to acting out against his mother, Kyle constantly puts himself in danger.
Kyle may lament losing his job at Jabot and blame Diane for making him leave, but he can't deny that he was the one who destroyed their relationship. By stealing information from Jabot and giving it to a competitor, Kyle not only hurt his mother, but also caused great damage to the company Diane worked so hard to build. This leaves viewers wondering whether Kyle deserves any sympathy. The conflict between Diane and Kyle is getting more and more intense and dramatic. Diane, deeply angry and hurt, is certainly not going to let Kyle get away with his latest heist without paying the price. Will Diane abandon Kyle completely and let him destroy his life? Or will she devise an elaborate revenge plan to protect herself and Jabot? The answer to this question could lead to a major mother-daughter showdown with unforeseen consequences. With his repeated mistakes, will Kyle be able to redeem himself and find a way to mend his relationship with his mother? Or will he continue to sink deeper into the quagmire he created? Only time will tell, but it is certain that the battle between Diane and Kyle will bring a lot of drama and surprises to the audience of The Young and the Restless. Destroyed family relationships, secret conspiracies, and calculated revenge will continue to push the story to a climax, making it impossible for the audience to take their eyes off the screen.